What's up, NFL fans? I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, and don't forget to check out and purchase your copy of our latest football game plan book, Stiff Arming Football Myths. We have these available in both PDF and paperback form.
For the Rams in this ball game, matching up on the outside defensively will be key. They're going to be young back there in the secondary. E.J. Gaines is a rookie. Marcus Robeson is an undrafted rookie. And you also look at LaMarcus Joyner, an excellent combo guy that can play corner or safety. And if they're matching up well versus this outstanding receiving corps of Arizona, it bodes well for their chances. And on offense, I will play the quick game. Try to get the football in the hands of your playmakers quickly. I don't think you'll have the time versus this Cardinals defense to let long developing plays happen. So you have to play the quick game if you want to have success. And they can't afford those self-afflicted wounds on offense. You can't shoot yourself in the foot with drop passes, penalties, things that cost you field position. They have to play a clean game in order to have success versus Arizona. And for the Cardinals in this ball game, the best chess match I believe will happen between Harold Goodwin, the offensive coordinator for Arizona, and Greg Williams, the outstanding defensive coordinator for the Rams. How well they're able to match up against each other and game each other will ultimately determine who wins this ball game. And they have to protect Carson Palmer this week. I love the defensive line of St. Louis, especially on the inside with Aaron Donald, the rookie. And if that pressure starts to come on the inside, Carson Palmer could struggle. And I believe the Cardinals can exploit those matchups in the secondary by keeping that secondary spread out. Again, Robeson is going to be starting. He was their third corner, and now that means he's going to be facing the number 1 or the number 2. And if you go 3, 4, sometimes empty sets, it gives you the advantage because your fourth receiver is better than their fourth corner. So I would say spread out versus the Rams.
This week versus the Arizona Cardinals is going to be important for the St. Louis Rams to get the ground game going versus a very tough run defense in Arizona. I'm going to show you how they can utilize the tight end in the running game to help them have success on the ground. I'll show you what we have drawn up here. Dual tight end sets out of the bunch. We have 2 receivers bunched to the left side. I'm going to show you what their responsibilities are in a minute. But what we're going to do front side, we're going to try to lead this tight end in the hole on this backer. So we're going to need this tight end on the line of scrimmage to kick out that outside linebacker, creating room for this guy to get into the hole and make a play. Base block here, big on big. We're going to combo block the nose. It's important to get Dan Williams and company block. You have to combo the nose, get him out of the way. Again, creating a lane for the running back. We're going to have the backside guard work up, get the Mike backer block on the inside, weak side of the formation, base block here. Receiver's job is just to go across the field to try to get those safeties blocked because you want to have a way for the back just to hit the hole and shoot through it, no one to bother him, and that way he can be off to the races. So as the cadence starts to wind down, we're going to bring him in a short motion, and at the snap of the ball, in between the tackle and the tight end, we're going to snap it. He's going to lead up and try to seal this inside backer here, reverse out, hand the ball off, and now you have the running back, which could be Trey Mason or whomever they plan to put in the backfield. I would suggest Trey Mason because he has that type of explosiveness that he can just jumpstart his speed right away. The acceleration is outstanding, and if you can hit this quickly, it's a quick hitting run play with the tight end sealing off the linebacker. You have a huge lane right there for the tailback to outrun anyone to the end zone. So this is one way they can try to generate opportunities in the running game versus one of the better run defenses, if not the best run defense in the National Football League. One of the big reasons why I like the personnel of the Arizona Cardinals is the fact that they can man up on the outside, whether it's a receiver or a tight end. And if this week the Rams go to a spread formation, I'm going to show you how the Cardinals, based off their personnel, can go to a situational bear look. I'm going to show you how they can have success versus this Rams offense. You see right here, bear front, all interior offensive linemen are covered with the defensive linemen. And we're just going to slant these guys here. Boom, boom. And what that does is gets you strong interior pressure with your defensive linemen. So that's one reason why I think this is beneficial. In certain situations, your Mike backer will be responsible for the tailback in the backfield. You have one free safety deep down the field. You're getting quick contain rushers on the outside, which is another benefit. And you have the ability to send 6 or even 7 guys on a rush. 6, 7 if you want to, with those guys getting pressure on the quarterback, and you're able to man up on the outside. Again, trusting your personnel allows you to do that. They can man up with anybody, whether it be the nickelback, which could be Tyrann Mathieu or Tony Jefferson, and they can also drop him back deep. You have strong safety Deon Buchanan. They have 2 good corners in Patrick Peterson and also Antonio Cromartie. So again, you can man up on the outside. It's easy to get 6 or 7 guys in a rush. You're getting strong interior pressure. You're playing quick contain rushers on the outside, your 2 outside backers, which could be your best pass rushers. And the only weakness I see in this defense is the fact that if this guy goes here, he's going to have to bust his tail to get outside to cover him in the flat, which could be tough because if this guy is running a route, he might get lost in the trash and it'd be tough. And it's also tough if they run 3 verticals for the free safety to get over top of anyone. But this is why you trust your personnel, because you have the ability now to have guys that can play great man coverage, so he won't have to worry about trying to hurry up and help out over top. So this is the reason why I think they can go situational bare front versus this Rams offense if they want to go spread. Because again, they have the personnel on the inside. They definitely have the personnel on the outside. If they're going to have success this week versus St. Louis and avoid the upset, I think this would be a great way to do so, especially on 2nd down and 3rd and long situations.
The Rams ran an excellent zone blitz versus San Francisco to get Colin Kaepernick on the ground. It looks like pre-snap a 4-man rush with the possibility of 6, but what they'll do is drop Brockers back into the hook zone, and that'll cause confusion by the offensive line to set up what they want to do opposite. Donald Cross's face in the front side A-gap, and they'll be able to create one-on-one matchups on the backside, sending 2 linebackers, and as you can see, it worked to perfection, allowing James Laurinaitis, a linebacker, to shake free for the sack. And these are the type of things that has to happen this week versus Arizona if the Rams want to come away victorious. Here's great play design by the Arizona Cardinals versus the Dallas Cowboys. Arizona is in a cluster set down at the bottom of the screen, and the Cowboys are wanting to jam the receiver that's on the line of scrimmage. Well, the Cardinals will allow that receiver to be jammed, thus forcing one-on-one coverage with the off corner. Now that throws off the timing of this Cowboys coverage, allowing the quick slant to be open for the touchdown. And Carson Palmer does his job with a little veteran savvy by looking off the safety, extending the passing window, and threading the needle for a touchdown. Now this is an example of how the Cardinals can effectively beat the press coverage that they're going to see a lot of versus the St. Louis Rams. The biggest X factor in this game for the Rams, in my opinion, will be their defensive battery. That's your defensive tackles, your Mike backer, and your free safety. I think all 3 guys have to play exceptionally well versus Arizona in order to come away successful. You look at the defensive tackles getting pressure on Carson Palmer, the Mike linebacker doing a great job at that second level of the defense in the passing game, and the free safety being able to clean up over top could ultimately lead the Rams to victory this week versus Arizona. And the biggest X factor in this game for the Cardinals will be their secondary. The reason why they're able to have so much success defensively is because they trust their personnel on the edges to not only do a great job versus the pass, but also be supportive in the run defense department. If they are able to do the same thing this week versus St. Louis, stopping the run with their cornerbacks, again, it bodes well for their chances against the Rams. I like the Cardinals in this ball game. I like the fact that they're plus 10 in the turnover differential department, so they do a great job of forcing big plays defensively. And on offense, look for the passing game to have a lot of success this week versus the depleted Rams secondary. So I like the Cardinals to take care of business versus a very tough divisional opponent in the St. Louis Rams.
What's up, fantasy football fans? I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. For all of your starts, sits, fantasy football notes, news, and tidbits, tune into our podcast, Football Game Plan Starting Lineup, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on our Football Game Plan Radio Network, which is located at blogtalkradio.com/footballgameplan.
And I also want to give a huge shout out to Cardinal fan forums and Ram fan forums for always showing Football Game Plan support.